Hello, everyone. This is Will.
This is Alex.
Welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come Out at Night.
Mostly.
Let's pay our respects to the man,
The legend.
the myth,
The hero.
the artiste, Al Adamson.
Fourth fucking movie.
Thank you. He's our featured director of the podcast so far.
Yeah, no one's
beat him.
No one's quite as consistently good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good's a positive word for it.
No one just keeps pumping out garbage after garbage.
Fucking Al Adamson. He's a fucking god.
He just keeps evolving.
He's a god among B-movie
He
directors.
keeps finding new genres to fucking fuck with.
Here you go. Fucking, you got like blaxploitation kung fu with Dynamite Brothers. You got fucking
biker movie
movie with a ton of chicks in it.
Angels Wild Women. And then Brain of Blood is a fucking like sci-fi brain transplant thing.
Yes.
Then
They've all. Here's the thing, though. They've all been entertaining as hell.
They have.
They're dumb. Don't get me wrong. They're not good movies, but oh my god, they are fucking entertaining as shit.
They're hilarious. Because this man is my. He just understands. He understands, like what? He just understands my soul.
Mm-hmm.
He just knows.
He gets it.
Just keep playing the same fucking song in every scene.
Yep. Especially the pool hall scene, because they play the same goddamn music in every pool hall in this fucking movie.
Well, you mean the one pool hall?
Yeah, the one pool hall.
But that pool hall, the jukebox has one song.
One song on it.
One whole song.
Yep, that's all it has on it. So, tonight, we watched another Al Adamson joint.
Black Heat.
That's right. Before Heat even came out.
Yeah.
We got Black Heat.
Yeah. Yeah, Will. Yeah, Heat. Oh, yeah.
This is like Heat, you know?
Oh.
Heat copied this movie. Okay? This is definitely like 100% like Heat.
Those movies are totally the same.
They're rip-offs. Now I can say,
yeah, well,
you know, when I'm enjoying Heat, I'm going to be like, you know what? This would be great with an Al Adamson flair.
Yeah, it would be great if it made,
0 cents.
If it was absolute nonsense.
Yep.
For an hour and 30 minutes.
If it was just the director just fumbling through a fucking movie.
If it was just absolute nonsense with occasional stuff.
Like accidental hilarity.
And some very misguided things of the same song playing over and over.
And one weird ass scene that I still am at a loss for why it fucking even had to happen.
It had to happen because, you know why? Well, because why not? I think that's with all these Al Adamson movies. That's the logic you have to understand here. Is it's not like why does it happen? It's more like why wouldn't it?
It's true.
Why not?
In Al Adamson's world, anything is possible.
It's true,
and he just goes for it.
Your dreams are unlimited in this Al Adamson cinematic universe.
Now, it's also interesting. I think we should just bring this up. It's kind of funny. So we're gonna watch more Al Adamson movies, right?
Yeah.
So his last two directorial movies are kids movies, baby movies.
He made his last movie was a movie about a girl who gets lost with a fucking dog.
Here.
In Utah.
A
girl and a dog named Skipper.
Now, I'm going to beg you, Alex. Can we please?
No.
I know they're not action or horror.
No.
We should watch Al Adamson's last movie.
We might.
At least try.
We might.
Maybe just try watching it, see if we can get through any of it, and then if we turn it off, just review another movie, but give an honorable mention to this fucking madman.
Honorable. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
The Honorable Al Adamson. Okay?
Yeah. All right, well.
He deserves a prize.
He does. There have been many people on this podcast who've made movies significantly less entertaining.
Yes, it's true.
And what a hero.
without further ado, let's get into
Black Heat.
Heat, directed by Al Adamson, my new hero.
This is the mongoloid version of Heat.
Yes.
Okay, that's what this is.
So we get a drug dealer, or well, we presume it's a drug dealer.
We get two goons.
We know
in
later
a desert.
it's Ziggy and his name is Gringo.
Ziggy's not there.
Oh, it's Gringo. Gringo.
Guido.
Is it Guido? Gringo? I don't know.
Guido.
I don't know. Like,
Who the fuck?
it's just some guy waiting.
It's a bald black dude
waiting at a car
with another goon.
We get a long tracking shot of a plane coming into view.
It lands. It slowly pulls up to them.
And we get the fakest Mexican I've ever seen.
We get this Latino man who...
He even goes as far. It's so fake, he even says, you know, we have no Juan to...
No Juan.
No Juan.
He really puts the emphasis on the Juan. No Juan can do this. And he wants to make a deal.
So he wants to trade his drugs for guns.
For guns.
Because they have guns and he has drugs.
Yep. And they're like,
it's
okay.
As simple as that.
That's it.
And so the guy's like, okay, so we'll have the guns for you. Bring bring
the cocaine.
Cocaine.
And credits.
Yep, we get a bunch of like silhouettes of fucking
Black Heat.
Of fucking meme faces of Black Heat. Just him making like the awkward faces, and then like other like scenes of him like holding the gun like awkwardly with like both hands, and like the fingers aren't even on the trigger, and like it's so weird.
I'm just gonna call him Black Heat. There's like a random picture of him like with his hands on his fucking hips, and he looks like he's coming or something. It doesn't look right.
Now I love the name that they actually gave him because it sounds like a fucking superhero.
Kicks Carter.
Yeah. But it sounds like he should kick some serious ass, but he's pretty.
He's there.
He's there in the movie, but he doesn't kick a lot of ass.
He's there in a way that any Al Adamson character is there, but I'm just gonna call him Black Heat because
he is Black Heat
because that's what he is.
That's who it pertains to.
Yeah, and we get the credits with the silhouettes and random. It ends with like two fucking dudes that I don't even know who they are. Do you remember?
No.
It's like two guys sitting down on the ground. Like two white dudes. That's the last silhouette you see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the fuck those are.
I don't either.
Yeah. You forgot that, didn't you, boy?
I did.
You forgot they did that to you. But yeah. And then it ends. And...
One sec. I think... Oh, shit.
What?
For some reason, my app deleted my fucking notes. God damn it! Are you fucking serious?
Oh boy!
What the fuck?
You see, Will, this is why the Note app on my phone has a save button.
Mine does too.
So I don't drunkenly fucking delete it.
I didn't drunkenly delete it; just deleted itself. What the fuck? Well, I guess I'm going off your notes now.
We have a national emergency, people.
Seriously, what the fuck?
We got a national fucking emergency, baby.
Oh my god. Did it really do that?
Will's notes have,
they've disappeared.
They ran away. They couldn't handle it.
They couldn't.
They couldn't handle the movie. They couldn't handle Black Heat. So they ran the fuck off.
Yeah, they're fucking gone. What the fuck? Let me see if they're... What the hell?
In case it's not obvious, we have to take notes during these movies because,
There we fucking... God damn it.
You found them?
Yeah, they fucking... Why? Okay. Sorry, my bad. Back on track. We have to take notes because we forget a lot.
Yeah.
If I didn't take notes, I would forget, half the fucking movie.
Well, there's some movies we watched where, I'd fucking struggle to remember 90% of it, okay?
Like the really shitty ones?
Yeah.
I block half that shit
Yeah.
out, so I'm glad we have the notes.
You remember a movie called The Thirsty Dead?
Yes.
I don't.
I know
Exactly.
very little of it, but... So,
credits
okay.
end, and we get a shootout.
Credits end, and we get a shootout. So, we have two cops chasing a guy up up on a roof.
Yeah.
And they're like giving chase into this guy, and there's like a huge shootout.
And then we see
We see
Black Heat
Black
and
Heat
White
and
Heat.
his partner. White Heat.
I'm just gonna say that. Black Heat and White Heat.
So they're sitting and they're like, man, we haven't gone to call all day.
It's great.
And Black Heat's like, wait for it. Like basically makes a gesture like, like he knows
Like, wait
something's
for it.
up. And then at that moment, they get a
comes
call.
in, and they show up. They give backup.
And then my notes say, quote unquote, intense chase scene.
Well, because it's just like people hiding behind tiny cover.
I know.
And kind of like
And like it,
peeking out like a video game, where it's like you're in cover, and then you like stand out of cover, you take a shot, you go back in cover, rinse, repeat. And then like there's a journalist, a reporter that shows up.
it shows up, and there's like bullets flying everywhere, supposedly,
Yeah.
even though they're on a roof, and it hits the ground for some reason.
Who cares?
I don't know.
Who the fuck cares?
Anyway, so like he like shoots the partner in the arm.
Well, because he tells the partner, go up the front and I'll go up the back. And they do. And then the bad guy shoots the partner, and the bad guy...
And then fucking Black Heat gets the drop on him.
He shoots him, and the guy fucking...
falls off the building.
And then makes a sound like a fucking like piece of steak hitting the wall. Just... And we're
Of course,
like...
they film it like because they don't want to film the pad that the guy's falling on.
Whoa!
I know.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I know. They don't even show his body on the ground afterwards. They just like,
Of course.
he just.
They
fell-
filmed
there
it,
we
and
go.
the guy just fucked off.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you're done. Leave. But we thought, like, oh, the party's gonna die here. It's gonna be like the tragic. But no.
No, next we get an ass crack.
Okay.
So we get
We get the cops, White Heat and Black Heat, show up at a pool, and it's just like they're like you get like muffled talking, and then just a woman gets out of the pool, and like her like bikini is like
pulled down.
strategically
Yes.
pulled
So
down,
you see like half of her ass.
so that Al Adamson could get a fucking ass crack in the movie.
Yes.
Genius.
And she pulls up her pants, and then they start talking about stuff. It's not really important.
That's really it.
They just talk about stuff.
They talk about stuff like the White Heat makes out with his girlfriend. Black Heat kind of hits on...
Basically, this whole scene is just introducing the love interests.
Yeah.
So the partner has his love interest, who's his girlfriend. That will become important later,
Yeah.
and they really love each other because they've helped each other a lot. And then Black Heat's trying to get with the reporter,
Yeah.
but she's not like really like giving in yet.
She's not that into him yet.
Not yet. It is a
Until-
movie, so it's gonna happen soon.
Until he wears a fucking Speedo to bed.
Yes.
But...
So now they're at a stakeout.
And they're talking, and he mentions... So those girls,
They
they work at the Queen's Castle.
Queen's Castle, yes.
It's a hotel, casino thing.
And the partner's like, it's a front. White Heat says it's a front.
Yeah.
And that he knows something's going on, and they just haven't had the evidence
Yeah.
to like back anything.
Shocking.
So they see a guy as the stakeout. They see a guy entering a pool hall, and Black Heat's like, "All right, let's do this.
Let's do
Let's
this."
get this guy."
So he goes in the pool hall. Black Heat just, instead of, casually turning off the jukebox or something, he just unplugs it from the wall.
Yep.
And is like, okay, like, calm down, like you jive turkeys, calm down, you know what's going on. And he
don't be concerned about what's gonna happen next. Basically,
grabs this guy, takes him to the back, and you hear, my notes just say muffled punching.
muffled punching, and while White Heat kind of disarms the people there because
Yeah.
they're gonna like attack him.
And he's just like, oh, he'll be a beauty when he comes out. And he goes to the bathroom.
And it cuts to Black Heat and the guy in the bathroom kicking the walls
Pretending.
and pounding on the
Yeah.
door on the door.
So you find out that he's an informant.
Yes, but they don't want it to look like he's an informant.
Yeah. And he asks him about like the Queen's Castle Hotel and all those things, but he tells him that there is a weapons deal that's going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just setting up the...
And he's basically saying there's a weapons deal. He shows the guy from the beginning that
Yeah.
was going to make the deal with low rent Fidel
Yeah.
Castro, and
that this guy's in town and he's looking to buy some weapons.
Yes.
It's just setting up the plot.
so then they're like, so then he's like, okay, well, let's make this look realistic, and like he punches the
He just
guy,
socks him in the face.
takes him out, and like says like, oh, if you ever do that again, I'm gonna do more than just rough you up
Yeah.
and stuff, and like he has to play rough, and then
Play rough.
they go outside, and he talks to White Heat, and he's like, well, let's go to the lunt room because that's the lunt. Is it lunt? I don't.
Well, I don't fucking know.
The blunt room.
It's like lunt or lunt. I don't know.
The blunt room. Let's just call it the blunt room.
Okay.
So they're like stuff's going down. We last saw Ziggy and the guy from the beginning at the blunt room. And so something's gonna go down there.
But we get
But
the
instead of
song.
yes, we get the musical number.
So it's White Heat, Black Heat, and their respective ladies. And they're in the Lent room at the Queen's Castle.
Yes.
And there is
A musical number. We get the main song, which is
no
mails delivered today.
mail delivered today. Like, it's funny because in the credits it just says like music by, and then below it has like no mail today composed by, and I was like, what the fuck kind of name for a song is no mail today in a goddamn blaxploitation movie? But I get it.
Why? Because it doesn't fit the like tone at all.
Why? I more meant like, I get the the songs like, oh, there's no mail on Sunday, so
Whoever this music director was should be fired because
No.
none of the music matches any
No.
of the tone in this movie.
No, this is the greatest soundtrack ever made.
Is it?
And
Because
you
they
will
just
not.
they play songs over and
Yes.
over and over. They maybe have like 4 songs and they
Yeah,
play them.
but what songs they have, Will? Who needs more songs when the 4 songs you have are the best songs? So
musical
she
number
sings
ends.
the whole thing, and then
Like
that's over.
2-minute musical number ends, and so the White Heat goes to catch the guy, the bald black guy from the beginning.
Yeah,
And he goes out into the parking lot and
tries to arrest him.
tries to arrest him.
Gets jumped,
Yes.
and then
And then
the jumpers get jumped,
and then Black Heat comes out and
Yeah.
beats the shit out of the jumpers.
but they all run away. I guess
Yep.
they just vanish into fucking thin air. I guess
So then Ziggy are one of the drug dealers.
he like
He's
like the owner of the Queen's Castle or whatever.
and when he sees the girlfriend of White Heat
Yeah,
and starts like kind of pestering her about like gambling more and like
and saying
I
like,
haven't seen you at the races, I haven't seen you like here, like why aren't you gambling more?
he also tries macking on her, and then White Heat shows up and threatens him, and he's just like, oh yeah, like go ahead, like hit me.
Go ahead, hit me all you want.
Yeah, like I'd love to file a police brutality charge against you and all this stuff. And he's like, he's like pointing like 3 fingers at him. White Heat is, and he's like, you ever lay a finger on her? Blah blah blah. And he like takes his finger, just like touches her forehead, and just like, what are you gonna do?
And then he pretends to slip and elbow Ziggy in the
Yeah,
stomach. We should also mention that Black Heat is still trying to mac on the girl, and she's
skinny dipping.
She gets drunk and she wants to go swimming.
in between Ziggy and White Heat like fucking bullshitting each other, it intercuts to Black Heat like next to a pool, and the reporter lady like skinny dipping in it.
Yeah, she's like talking to him and like, come in, I know you want to, like,
I know you want this.
yeah, and
You
like
jive turkey.
they just keep talking and then nothing happens.
This just ends.
And then we get a scene of Ziggy going up to his like loft, and like he goes in
he makes himself a drink.
and starts talking about his day to
A woman who is
the most tired woman in the universe.
it's a poor woman who has narcolepsy, and
She's like, Ziggy, how was your day? She sounds like she's like one step away from falling
she
asleep.
sounds like her own voice is putting her to sleep. Is what she sounds like, and they talk, and
Ziggy just basically explains what just happened
Yeah.
and how he had a shitty day, and,
and then
he wants them hit.
and then she macks on him, I guess.
And she's like, okay, well, why don't we just hit both of the heats? Why don't we hit White Heat and Black Heat and just make him pay?
Oh god. So he goes. So they hit White Heat. We get, because the next scene, White Heat is doing something at
He
a
gets
school.
in a
And then as he's leaving, he just goes,
Thursday.
Thursday. That's how humans talk, Will.
Yep.
Thursday. And
Thursday.
gets in a car, and he's being followed, and suddenly they're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And Ziggy's like trailing behind him, and like
He fires like a shot at him, which then triggers white heat.
And
So instead, white heat gives chase to Ziggy.
He like breaks and like pulls around Ziggy and starts chasing Ziggy and shooting at him. And then for no reason,
Ziggy like just hits the brakes,
and then
white heat's too stupid to hit the brakes too,
and he just loses control of the car
and flies
off a cliff. So Ziggy just got lucky in fucking killing
And then
him.
as we see like white heat in his fucking car careening down the cliff, it just intercuts to Ziggy like laughing in his car, which.
Well, Ziggy's like acting like he planned this, and it's just by sheer fucking coincidence that the car went off the cliff.
Concerning the film we just watched, Will, I'm sure the logic in it is that he did actually plan that.
Maybe.
He knew that white heat can't fucking drive.
All I know is Al Adamson cannot make a fucking movie without a car going off a cliff.
Will, Al Adamson makes no mistakes. Okay? Al Adamson has never
It's
done
just like his MO. Like, he always has a car rolling down a cliff.
off a cliff.
Yeah,
That's
always. I don't care what what sequence of events leads up to it. There's always a car, and it's always a red or blue car going off a cliff.
Always. Like, that's it. That's his thing, I guess. He gets off on it.
So instead of just showing this cool car crash, it's pretty quick, and then they just immediately jump to everyone talking about the death of White Heat.
It literally cuts to Black Heat saying, "Anyway, that's the story of the way we got it. He died instantly." And then it's like, we see his girlfriend, and she's on the bed. She's all sad.
And then
we get the montage.
She goes off the deep end.
We get a montage of her going from casino to casino, empty casino to empty casino, gambling. And, we see her, talking to strange men, and yeah.
And she's going into, underground poker. Oh, no, that's later. Or is that now?
That's later.
So she's
public now.
She's going everywhere, and you can see she's losing money.
Yeah,
because she's not winning at any of the tables.
It's just showing that she has.
She has a gambling problem.
But
even more so now that White Heat's dead.
Yeah. Now the scene ends, and
They're back at the pool hall.
We're just playing the same song.
The exact same song that just was playing at the pool hall.
Like I said, the jukebox has one song on it.
So then we get the main baddie.
Guido
coming into and he wants to make a deal with the guy because
the informant
knows where to get all the guns.
Apparently the informant is the man to go to for weapons.
He knows where to get all the shit.
Yep. So they talk, they end up making a deal, and that's that. And he ends up charging him double, which will come into play later.
Yep, because he gets greedy. Then all of a sudden, we just have a news crew filming a building.
Well, it's not. It's the girl.
It's the girl, but she's the news crew. Even though there's no live broadcaster, she's just filming.
She's just filming with no microphone and a fucking goon with.
Then there's no guy in front of the camera. She's just filming it.
She just films. She's like a Gonzo reporter.
I've never seen that, but anyway, so they're they're talking about a terrorist.
What's going on? There's a terrorist and he took a hostage. And
he's
blah,
holding
blah, blah.
a girl hostage, and if we don't give him a car, he's gonna kill her.
Do something, and then
and then he's like, "I have a dead man switch." It shows the terrorist.
Well, don't forget, he's like, "We got you the car, and the way's clear to the airport. Don't hurt the girl." And he's like, "That's you." He's like, "You can trust me." He's like, "That's what you said to Lumumba and Martin Luther King too. Look at them, pig."
He's like, "I have this. It's a dead man switch. If anything happens to me, she's dead."
Well,
so I do not get the purpose of this scene.
I do,
but it is hilarious.
I get the point. Explosion.
Al Adamson was just like, we need an explosion somewhere.
We had to get a fucking explosion into the movie.
Don't worry, he gets another one in too.
Yeah, but we had to get a car explosion, Will.
So the terrorist goes out and is holding the girl hostage. They get in the he shoves her in the car.
They get into a fucking car that they got in a junkyard, and we see his wire
his wire's disconnected from it.
Well, it's wrapped around It's that it's like
a
one of the
hinge.
it's like a hinge in the car door.
Yeah.
Like when it's open.
It's where like the lock
Yeah.
goes into.
It's
So
wrapped around
it's
it.
like wrapped around it, and he doesn't notice, and he's like hassling with the girl and everything, and then he like goes to close the door and just like closes it, and the car just fucking explodes, killing both of them.
This is the dumbest scene ever.
It literally, there's no resolution to this
There's
scene.
no point to this fucking
There's
scene
no point.
other than Al Adamson wanted to fucking explode.
He wanted a terrorist taking a girl hostage and then a car exploding.
That's it.
And this is the best he could think of.
There's no point to this, and the best idea.
Because it doesn't go anywhere. Because after this, it's just back to normal.
And the fucking idiot. The best idea they came up with is the idiot blows himself up
And the hostage
on accident
for no reason.
After this, I'm not joking.
I want to, before you get into this, no shit, this is literally the exact next shot right after the car explodes.
Yes. It's Black Heat on a bed in like a fucking Speedo.
That's it. That's what a transition. You go from an exploding car with an idiot that kills a hostage to fucking Black Heat on the bed.
In the same cheap ass fucking motel room we've already seen like 5 goddamn times in the movie. But that is apparently supposed to be a different room now, and the girl comes in and she's in like a robe, and they vaguely go over the like he says something about like the schemes. He's like, I know there's like a gambling thing going on here and blah blah blah, but then it just she says something like, well, what do you want? And he just like,
and he just starts smacking on her.
You know what I want.
They just start having sex.
Yeah,
and it's like an awkward sex scene. So, like,
well,
you like
with this podcast, there's no other fucking way other than an awkward. Apparently, you can't just have a normal one.
I mean, why even have a sex scene, to be honest?
Because we had to get tits and ass in the movie.
I guess so, yeah. You get tits and you get ass. You almost get Black Heat's ass, too.
Well, you thought you were going to get man ass,
but it cuts away.
Al Adamson pans up. He doesn't want man ass.
No,
he just wants
he wants lady ass and lady titties,
and lady titties getting sucked on.
Yeah,
very extended shot
of him sucking on them titties.
I don't fucking know. I don't understand.
Man, he focused a lot on that.
I don't understand why all of these movies can't just have a normal fucking love scene.
Because Al Adamson lives by one philosophy.
What?
You guys want to see some boobies?
Okay. Al Adamson's a boob man, okay?
Yes, he is.
We had like 5 seconds of ass and like a full minute of boobs.
So they have sex, and then it shows Terry like, kind of gambling, and she goes to see Ziggy and the lady. I can't remember. Faye, I think, is the narcoleptic's name. I don't know. It's the fucking sleepy lady.
Just call her Sleepy.
She goes to visit Ziggy and Sleepy. Sounds like fucking the dwarves from fucking Snow White. Ziggy, Sleepy.
Ziggy and Sleepy.
Ziggy and Sleepy.
And Black Heat and White Heat.
Oh my god. So she goes to visit them, and they talk. I don't even know if
they let her gamble again.
Yeah, so they take her to like an underground gambling room where they're playing like poker.
And she goes gambling, and then it cuts to Black Heat and his lady
talking about the Queen's castle.
But they also talk about he says like there's been like all these heists and all these things, and they're all connected to this because there's always a girl involved who works here.
Yeah, it's always a girl from the Queen's castle.
And they also talk about how she's worried about gambling lady because she's going off the deep end, and oh baby.
So then Terry, we just get a quick scene of Terry looking at her like jewelry and looking at a pawn shop.
And then
before that, the informant calls Black Heat to tell him that there's a deal going down, but don't worry because
he doesn't know when, but he'll tell him.
He's gonna tell him, and it's just a quick scene. Yeah. Like we're just setting up the final confrontation.
The confrontation of confrontations. But
then now we get this scene.
So
again, I ask this a lot on this podcast. Why is this scene needed?
Why not?
Why?
Why not? That's
Because
not.
it's not necessary.
Is any of this necessary? Will?
No,
Exactly.
it's just excessive. It's weird.
Is it? Well, it's so excessive that it goes beyond like excess and goes into comedy. Okay?
Yeah.
This scene and the next scene are like this is Mad Lad territory, okay? This is like just I don't know. I don't know what logic there was in Al Adamson's fucking dinosaur brain when he made this movie. Why he decided to put these two scenes in sequence, but he did. And that's just a fact that we have to live with, Will.
Yes.
That he did this.
We witnessed this.
So she goes into a fucking dingy ass room with 4 of the most homely looking men I've possibly ever seen in my life.
They are gross, to say the least.
There's like a naked dude who sounds like Tom Waits, who's like looks like someone's grandpa. There's a sweaty guy. There's like a long-haired like hippie looking dude and like a middle-aged Asian man.
Yeah.
It's just like
they just like pulled people off the streets and were like,
I'm not joking.
You want to do a scene?
It looks like they pulled 4 homeless men off the street and we're just like
off the streets of Vegas, and
Yeah.
we're just like, hey, like guys, do you want to do this?
oh, so it's just like a normal person on the streets of Vegas.
Yeah.
I gotcha. They're just like, hey, you guys want to be in a movie?
Like,
Man. What do we got to do?
So
Well,
here we go.
so they gamble.
So they gamble, and she's like running out of money.
Okay, but
Like she,
well, there's no like indication of this
I know,
because they're just gambling and it's just muffled.
well, they're just like
It's just kings,
Well,
money,
basically
100.
what it boils down to is they're betting, and the bet keeps increasing.
Well, what
and
happens
then she's
is
like, I'm $100
she's like
short.
200, and then she's like, I'm 100 short. Like it just the sound just like vanishes, and it's just I'm 200 short,
Well, and like she's like, what am I worth?
and we're just like, oh,
And she's like, if I don't win, you can all have a go at me.
and he's like, when
He's like,
Right
she's like,
now.
right now.
if I lose
And so she's like, okay, I got this in the bag, and she lays down like you know,
something,
like 3 aces, something like that.
and then he's like, nope,
He's like, look at what I got.
and he got more, and then we get the song.
And it just like picks up this like really peppy song.
It's the same song we've fucking been hearing, but now they just take her, grab her, one of the Goombas picks up the fucking table, and there's like a bed that's been just hiding behind them the whole time.
And they all hold her down and take turns gang raping her.
And take turns, like one guy's on top of her, the other one like goes up to her head and unzips his pants, and she sucks his dick, and it's just a.
Why? This scene is so. I
don't like.
Dude, like I don't get. Like
Why?
Why? And the peppy music. I found it like more like it. I mean it's kind of like. I don't mean to laugh at it, but
How can you not laugh? It's fucking dumb.
it's like, why did you need her to be gang raped?
It came out. It's the most casual. Like, I swear to God, it is the most casual like sexual assault scene I've possibly ever witnessed.
Yeah, because it's just like
and it's just like yeah, that's it.
And they're just all going at her.
That's it. It just ends and like
And she's just like blankly staring. But then, don't worry, it gets more ridiculous.
But Al Adamson threw some art at you, Will, because we get a shot where it's like she's laying off the bed, and it's a shot above, and you see her head, and all the guys, they pass by, and they look in the camera, and then she falls off the bed, and she looks in the mirror, and the mirror is cracked, Will, because she is also cracked. But then,
well, so we should set this scene up. So, like, first
Will?
Ziggy gets aggressive with the singer. And he starts harassing her, and it's like, oh, like, you know, like, oh, look at all this money. Like, he starts like, you know, trying to hit on her,
and starts like basically then getting like aggressive and like annoying her, and
then Sleepy comes out and is like, hey, stop it, like, don't
he
lay
punches
ahead.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah, or slaps her.
Well, Ziggy like slaps the piano girl.
Because she like eventually says like, "What do you want me to like? What do I have to do to get you to leave me alone? Do I have to scream? Like,
And
is that what you'd like?"
And
And
she
she
screams, and he
And he
slaps her.
smacks her, and then she's like,
And
"Leave her
then
alone."
Sleepy comes out and is like, "Leave her alone." And then like Greedo
Guido.
wants Faye to like hit Blackheat's girl. Like
Yeah.
he wants the reporter gone
Yeah.
because he thinks that she's like digging too deep.
Something. But
And now
we get
so we just had to put those few scenes because now we get the continuation of Terry's
of her saga.
Oh my god.
So
The
she
fucking like the woman with the worst luck in the entire world.
she goes to talk to Sleepy, and Sleepy is just like, there have been some pretty like weird IOUs here for you.
You got a lot of debt building up.
And like she then says like, basically she blackmails her, says like, you have to do this for us, or you'll have to pay this money. And she's like, I don't have the money.
Well, it's like $15,000. Yeah.
She's like, I don't have this money. I don't have any cash. And she's just like, well, we can. I can work something out. I can make you wait.
If you ask really nicely, and then
Mind you, during this whole scene, she's like getting closer and closer.
she's as close as I am to this fucking mic.
And touching her head. And I was just like, as the scene is happening, I was like slowly like leaning up off my couch, and like my head was like further and further towards the TV because I'm just like, is this happening?
Actually happening?
Al Adamson, are you doing this? And
sure as shit, the girl starts like kissing her and then like groping her, and like Terry starts to get all freaked out as the woman like forces her down to the couch.
And he did.
He did that. She gets dude. She gets gang raped and then raped by a woman, or taken advantage of by a woman that she has a bunch of debts for. He did that.
He did that. That came out of fucking nowhere.
And it goes nowhere because I don't think you see Terry after this.
You see her. Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
He takes her on a ride so she can watch him fucking
Hustle a guy.
hustle someone's dad.
Like he breaks his like car.
He takes
then,
out a tiny fucking hammer
and
breaks every single piece of glass.
then he hits him in the stomach and hits him in the balls, and like he's on the ground, and Ziggy gets back in the car and
backs up over his legs.
and then like drives away. He doesn't even say anything to the guy. He's
The
not
guy's just like, I'll pay you, and then he just boom, boom, breaks. It's like, I can't. How can I pay you? I can't go to work like this. I can't pay you if I can't go to work.
Oh, and then, oh yeah, sorry. And then they drive off, and then the next scene. This is, I think, Terry's last scene.
So yeah, she tells him that like
she's talking to the singer and the Blackheat's girl.
Yeah, because they basically, she works as some sort of thing. They call it the securities place. It's like a fucking bank, and she works there, and she wants like information on the messenger who has all the money, I guess.
Yeah.
And she tells them, and they go and
Well, she basically tells them that Ziggy's planning on taking the briefcase full of money
from the messenger.
So
the reporter
goes
follow
to
them.
go film it.
And she films them getting out of a fucking car.
Well, I love this because Gringo, why am I like Guido? He's wrapping his pistol in his hand, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
And then we see him, and he has a fake like arm cast
with the gun just sticking out of his hand.
Yes.
So they go up to the messenger.
Convenient.
And he just he lifts up his broken, quote unquote, broken arm
and shoots
the guy in the head.
And then they drag him into the car.
They don't drag him. So this is the hilarious thing about this scene is he shoots the guy in the head, and then it shows the guy walking into the car.
Yeah.
The guy they just shot in the head.
Yeah.
They don't drag him into the car. He walks into the car.
And then he's dead.
Yes.
Okay. And his briefcase is cuffed to his hand. So they go and they throw his body out.
And then she goes and sees the body, and it's all
and she filmed the whole thing with him.
And his arm is cut off, so they got the briefcase.
Yeah, and she filmed the whole thing where they fucking shoot him in the middle of a goddamn street and no one notices. Whatever, it's fine. And then we get her she's looking at the footage, and Blackheath's there, and she's just hey, want to take a look at this? And she fucking starts up the footage, and we get like a quick scene
of the girl. So the singer getting called by Terry.
No, it's just like a throwaway moment. It's just like showing them like fucking around in the restaurant.
Oh, that's right.
The Lent room, whatever, blunt room. And then it just cuts back, and then Blackheat's like,
"That's some heavy shit.
That's some heavy shit." Like, whatever.
So then the next scene is Ziggy finds out that the singer was in.
So she's like, they have the evidence. They're gonna go arrest Ziggy and everyone else.
So
they call the singer.
Yeah,
they tell her like
the reporter calls the singer.
Cops are on their way,
and it's like, I know you can't talk. Cops are on their way. Like,
get out.
Just and like at that point, Ziggy picks up the receiver and says like, we have all we need. Like, get out of there.
Yeah, and then immediately he confronts her. They like grab her, Sleepy like starts punching her over and over and all this stuff, and then like cops show up.
She like plays dumb, and then we have a shootout. And Blackheat grabs 2 guns.
2 pistols.
So we have like an army of people go outside, right?
But they all die in like 5 seconds.
But like he shoots all of them in 5 seconds, and they get in immediately.
Everyone's dead, and then it's just fucking. They're on a roof.
The same roof.
It's actually the same roof from the beginning of the fucking movie. It's just nighttime now. They thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. You fucking goof. And they fucking Guido turns around and gets just fucking shot.
Yeah, like by Blackheat,
and then rolls down like the fucking roof thing, and then Blackheat just chases Ziggy for a while.
And they go into like a junkyard, and
Ziggy,
they like jump across like car rooftops.
Yeah, they just jump across car rooftops,
and then
Ziggy falls onto a pile of hubcaps, and they fight there.
I love this scene.
He throws tires at him.
I love it because there's no sound effects at this point. Like, he's just throwing tires, and there's like literally like when the tires hit the hubcaps, there's no sound.
No, there's just like a very, very faint thud sound.
Yes,
like very faint. And they keep doing that, and we see Guido gets up, and he just looks mildly inconvenienced.
He's like, "Oh man, I got blood on my suit, man."
He's just like,
come on,
mildly annoyed by the fact that he got
shot.
And
he gets away, and then we see Ziggy climbing up these stairs, and like he goes to this like awning,
and there's like looking down, and there's all this like garbage,
junk,
and he's
he's at a dead end,
and Blackheat's like, "There's nowhere to go,"
and he's like,
"You're under arrest.
You take one step closer, you'll end up like your partner."
And he grabs like a fucking like big like piece of wood,
like a 2x4, and like starts poking at Blackheat,
and then Blackheat just hits him once
and like smacks him down in the junk. And I love this scene because the villain Ziggy, he just looks up at like Blackheat, all like
he falls and gets impaled on something.
Yeah, and he was looking up at Blackheat, all like evil looking, and instead of like saying anything, he just raises up his hand and just flips off Blackheat as he dies.
It's the greatest death scene. That's how they ended it.
He's just dying, and he just flips him off, just like, fuck you. He didn't even say fuck you. He just
flips
like,
him off.
Just flips him off and dies.
Well, the fact that he didn't say anything makes it even better.
Yes.
It's the best death scene. And that's it. For this. That's ending number 1.
Yes.
Now we come to
so
ending
that's the
number
ending
2.
of Ziggy.
Now we get to ending number 2.
And I assume they caught Sleepy because I don't think they show her again.
They don't show her again because, I don't know, the actress didn't want to... She fell asleep and didn't come to work that day. So they didn't get to film that. But that's all done.
So Blackheat goes back to the pool hall, and the same fucking song is playing.
No, Blackheat is at his, like, office. And the pool hall informant calls him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tells him that the meeting is going down, and I put a tracking device.
A homing device in the crates.
And all this stuff. So they go. They're in the fucking desert.
Because fucking Al Adamson loves the desert.
Probably
because you don't have to pay to film there.
Al Adamson loves having his fucking desert confrontations.
You know why? Because you don't have to pay to film there.
Yes, and if you want to have a goofy-ass, slow-moving chase, what a perfect place to film it.
A desert.
And guess what? You know what else a desert has, Will? A tiny fucking rock.
Yes.
Okay?
The tiniest rock.
We'll get to that. So they meet. He gets the guns. He shoots a pile of garbage to test out the guns.
So
and
they
then he's
they
like,
start loading him, and so he gives the
Count
guy
it.
the briefcase, and he's like, count it.
this
And
is the last time we're doing business. Count it.
and he's like starting
okay.
to count it, and the guy and Guido's like, you got too greedy. He's like, hey man, what's going on? And he shoots him.
Yeah. And that's it.
And then they drive away, and then that's when like Black Heat and the new guy,
It's some random like FBI dude.
and they're like, okay,
a pipe.
I'm okay. They're moving. Let's follow him. So they follow him.
They see the dead body and they follow them some more, and then like they're stopped, and they go over a little hill.
And they see that like
They're
they're
just waiting.
waiting for something. So like Black Heat goes.
They're
down.
waiting. We'll wait.
Black Heat goes down and reaches into the car, and he doesn't pull out a gun. He doesn't pull out he pulls out a gun. That's right. But he also pulls out his secret weapon,
A megaphone.
the weapon that every
Badass motherfucker action hero has to have this weapon.
has a megaphone.
A megaphone.
He grabs a tiny pistol and a megaphone.
And they go there, and it's our Latino man dressed like Fidel Castro for some reason.
Well, I just love this scene too because Fidel Castro lands. They start making the deal, and then Black Heat like literally gives himself away
He's
immediately.
You're under arrest.
He's like, sorry, and they're like, oh shit, and then like
we get a shootout with Black Heat and random white FBI dude behind a tiny rock.
a tiny rock while they're shooting. They have to like lay down for
Yeah.
cover.
And they're shooting, and they shoot everybody eventually. Fucking Guido guns down Fidel Castro for some reason.
And the plane starts like turning away and like trying to fly
And then
off.
he gets in, and they fly off, and then Black Heat and White Dude get in their
so
car.
White Dude's driving and Black Heat's like shooting the plane, and he runs out of bullets on one.
But he gets he reloads. He keeps shooting, and we see a shot of like a quick shot,
Plane getting hit.
and then that's it. And they fly off, and we're just like, okay, well, something's gonna happen.
Well, then you see
They showed that shot for a reason.
They show Guido and the pilot in the plane. They're like all happy they're getting away.
And then even though he just shot the guy the pilot flew in with, but it's fine, Will.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. But
fine.
then the pilot just says something,
Like our hold is like shot or something.
and then literally out of fucking nowhere, Guido looks back, and there's all those like ammo crates in the back.
And they're all on fire. I love it because Guido grabs a little tiny rag and starts just whipping at the flames.
And the rag is on fire.
And he's just like whipping at him. He's not like frantically
No.
either. He's like calmly like whipping at the flames.
He's very casually whipping at the flames.
This dude is about to die and he's casually whipping at flames.
It's fucking, oh my god.
And then the plane just goes kaboom.
It just explodes. And I'm not joking. Black Heat and White Dude casually get in their fucking car
And drive
away.
and see
At the
end
end.
movie. That's it. Black Heat
Just another day in the adventures of Black Heat.
and Al Adamson. What a fucking madman. This guy's fucking crazy.
I think this man may be a mongoloid.
He might be.
But you know what? He's my kind of mongoloid.
He makes entertaining ass B movies.
Because he makes some entertaining garbage.
Yeah, he does.
And he just, whatever, you know what it is? It's like whatever we have, just throw it. Throw it on there.
This movie is the
Gang
equivalent-
rape, put it in there. Oh, lesbian rape? Fuck it.
Put
Fuck
it in there.
Random dude gets fucking all the cars in his window broken and then run over? Fuck it.
And then he's like, you know what? To end my career, I'm going to do 2 kids movies.
After all that shit, he wanted something wholesome. Apparently.
Apparently. Fuckingly. It took 3 people.
Did anybody working on those movies, did they ever come up to him and say, like, what the flying fuck are you doing here? Like, you made... Do you remember that scene in Angels, Wild Women where they rape the farm boy?
Yes.
Essentially?
Yeah.
And the guy's like...
Does he like avant-garde like rape scenes? Like what is this?
there's that scene in Angel Woman where they're just like bored and
So
they find a random farm boy
And rape him.
and then he's just like, oh,
Yeah, and they just fucking rape him.
that happened. What's with the fucking cars flying off cliffs and the fucking endings in the desert. Every goddamn movie.
Because he has an MO.
Will, Brain of Blood ends in the desert.
There's a car. There's also a car.
There's a
going
car
off-
that flies off
yeah.
a cliff.
There's no rape scene. Though.
Angels, Wild Women ends in a fucking desert.
And there's a car going off a cliff.
There's a car that goes off a cliff after a bike lands on it. Dynamite Brothers ends in a fucking desert. There's a car that flies off a cliff.
The car flies off the cliff in a different part of the movie, but there's still a final confrontation in the desert.
There's a final confrontation in the desert, and
And
instead
I'm-
a plane blows up.
Yeah.
Why? Al Adamson.
Why?
Why you do this, boy? I will say this. At least, unlike Angels, Wild Woman and Brain of Blood, at least the cinematography is less fucking try hard.
That's fair.
Do you remember in Angels, Wild Woman when he kept using like that fisheye shit
Yes.
during the fight scenes?
Mm-hmm.
He,
That was annoying.
he stopped that real quick.
Well, and I was sad that there wasn't as a ridiculous scene as in Angels, Wild Women, that final car chase scene.
I don't ever want to
That-
see that again. Where he just
I
swerves.
get it. I can't hit him. I can't hit him.
Where he peeks out one window and the guy swerves to the left and he's like, I goes to the other window and he swerves to the right and the whole scene is just I can't hit him. I can't hit him.
Oh, Al Adamson.
You fucking idiot.
This movie is pure garbage,
No,
but entertaining garbage.
not quite. It's too coherent. It makes too much sense.
I guess that's a fair
I
point,
mean,
but like it's just
That's not to say that like things happen for any discernible reason or logic, but in the Al Adamson cinematic universe, it makes sense.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, sure, there's 2 rape scenes in a row for no fucking reason. I don't know.
We
had to have it.
We just have to accept it.
He had to do it to him. I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
I
There's
don't
no
know.
point.
Dude,
That character vanishes off the face of the
there's
planet.
no resolution.
She loses her boyfriend. She gets a gambling addiction. She gets raped twice. What a character.
And then literally doesn't get any resolution to that because she just disappears.
No, because the movie just goes to Black Heat shenanigans. Because the movie remembers, oh, right, the movie's called Black Heat.
For a movie called Black Heat and centered around that character, he does almost nothing.
Until the end.
Where he pulls out a megaphone and reveals himself immediately, and then shoots a gun.
And then, yeah, lights a fucking... Because the plane has like a giant ammo cache in the back.
But like, I don't really see him as an action hero.
Because he isn't.
He barely did anything.
He does some stuff in the beginning, and then there's a long chunk of the movie where he's just kind of like sitting back and waiting for things to happen.
But like, why do we get Terry's tragic story in the middle of that?
Because it's an Al Adamson movie, and because Al Adamson throws random insanity at the fucking movie. Because why not?
Yeah, why not?
Like in Angels, Wild Woman, when there's just a whole segue where they're getting drunk in the desert.
Oh, and they piss on him and stuff?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Or the fucking like random like romance like side plot in Dynamite Brothers that ends with her getting fucking chopped up. Like, hey, throw it in there. Or the random street shootout in Dynamite Brothers.
Dude, this guy's insane.
Yeah. You know why? Because at some point his big brain realized that these movies they need to be entertaining.
They need something extra.
They need to be entertaining. And we have to just keep throwing insanity at the screen or the audience will get bored. And you know what? He's right. If this insanity didn't happen, we'd probably just be like, eh.
Well, I certainly wasn't bored.
I'll take this over eh.
Yeah.
You remember the last 2 movies?
Yes, unfortunately.
Eh.
I barely remember what happened in them, but
You know what happened in them, Will? Eh. That's what it was. And I'll certainly take this over fucking Track of the Moon Beast and fucking
oh god,
Drive-In Massacre.
Yes.
So Al Adamson
Any
can
day.
always know that he makes better movies than a lot of people.
Whoever
apparently.
Dick Ash and fucking
Al Adamson can he can proudly know.
that he is better than Dick Ash.
Al Adamson is unfortunately no longer with us. So Al Adamson, I know he's probably burning in hell for making these movies.
I don't know,
But
maybe.
he can know proudly know that you made better movies than Dick Ash.
Let's give a moment of silence for Al Adamson.
Okay.
All right. Anyway. So let's do Shitty to Pretty, because we raved about
Oh
this
God,
film.
this is a fucking hard one.
This is a hard one.
I don't know.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know.
on sheer entertainment value, not that it's a good movie,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a 6. I don't know if I'd go any higher, just because it's pure insanity. It's not a good movie in any means, but I don't think it deserves lower than a 5.
Yeah. I'd say a 6 as well. Part of me wants to give it a 7 just for entertainment alone, but I'd say 6 is fair.
I think 6 is a good middle ground, because, like,
Al Adamson, he did it.
yeah,
You know what?
He made us go above a 5.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll be generous just because.
You doing a 7?
Just because they played that bop like 50 fucking times during the movie. I'll give him a 7.
They only had 4 songs to work with, Alex.
I'll give him a 7.
7.
Because we got some bops. I mean, don't get me wrong. They don't match with, like, what's
Any
going on.
of the movie, yeah.
But bops were
Whoever
had.
did the music direction, they learn how to set tone, bro.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they just fucking pasted whatever they had onto the scenes.
Probably, like, fair use, fucking...
They were just like, okay, we have, like, 4 songs. Well, we used that one before, so let's put this one on this scene.
This independent studio only gives 4 songs to work with, so,
let's make the best of it.
Yeah.
Let's
This is the only songs they had the rights to, so let's
do we have
it.
like an intense song for the gang rape? Nope.
Nope.
All right, fuck
Peppy.
it.
Let's do Peppy song.
Fuck it. What's the peppiest song you got? Put it on there, baby.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah, so
Thank you. 7 out of 10.
Black Heat, 6 out of 10 for me, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna raise mine. I'm not gonna be generous.
I'm being generous just because I gave Grizzly a 5.
Now should we go through the other Al Adamson movies and rate them too?
Oh,
while we're
no.
at it? Because
No.
just Angels Wild Women then.
No.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I would have given Dynamite Brothers probably an 8.
Dynamite Brothers was entertaining as hell.
I would have given that
8.
one an 8 because it's so shit, but
It's
it's so good.
It's awesome.
You know why? It's good shit.
It is.
It had fun fight scenes and the fucking the weird looks that our characters gave each other over and over and over and over. The looks of love.
Yep.
And the random fucking street shootout with like a fucking where it looks like a bombed out goddamn.
Oh hell yeah.
The awesome ending.
Yeah.
Solid.
8. Now talking about good shit.
Good
we
shit.
got some good shit coming for you guys, not for us, on Sunday.
That's not it, man.
We got good shit coming, pure entertainment coming on.
No,
Sunday.
it'll be entertaining.
This Sunday, like we've been talking about for like 2 fucking weeks.
Hey,
This Sunday is
This Sunday?
the live stream.
Yeah.
We are going live and playing the shittiest games we can find on Steam, and we're playing them for you.
Yeah. We're yeah.
That's right. We're
Because
playing them so that you can see the shittiest games on Steam, and you do not have to play them.
Because we care so much about your well-being.
We would care more if you guys talked to us.
If you opened your fucking...
If you would just get on your keyboard
Listen, bitch.
and just spam us, okay?
Fucking... yeah. No, don't spam us.
Don't spam us, no.
If you fucking spam us, I do have a block button. And,
It will be,
I will employ it.
It will be used.
I will employ my newfound dictator powers.
Deploy the spam. Deploy the block.
I already deployed the fucking spam on someone.
Yeah.
Bitch boy.
But that's
We will talk about...
we're going to talk about that on the live stream. We also have our audio issue
We'll talk about that too.
to talk about.
And any other issues that we may experience.
And if you guys have any questions, comments, like suggestions,
Confessions.
anything, confessions, tell us the shittiest movie you guys have watched. Like, just come talk
wanna
to
tell
us.
us
Come
about-
hang out with us.
You know, tell us about your... Tell us about that girl with the gimp leg at your fucking job that you have a crush on.
Yeah.
Tell us. Or the fucking, the one-eyed girl at 7-Eleven.
Are you speaking from experience?
I don't know, Will. Am I?
Maybe.
Do I have a thing for gimp legs? Is that what you're saying?
I might.
Oh. Is that because... Never mind, I'm not going to go there. There's been enough rape on this podcast.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's not
Al Adamson.
let's not delve too much into that.
Al Adamson already hit the fucking quota.
Let's not delve too much into that subject because it's dark, and let's just not go there. Al Adamson already did for us, so it's okay.
Yeah, he showed the horror.
Okay, yeah.
The
sure. The horror
of Peppy.
It should have been the horror, but
No.
it was not.
No, he wanted... I don't know, dude. I don't know what he wanted.
I really don't.
You know what, though?
Where did that scene go?
Whatever Al Adamson wanted is fine with me.
Yes.
Because if Al Adamson liked it, then what choice do we have?
We don't have a choice. We're going to watch pretty much all his movies.
We have to like it.
But yes, so go to our YouTube channel, go subscribe, hit that bell so you know when we go live. Like, we will be going live somewhere around 12. It's never at 12.
Look,
because
it's fucking Sunday. What are you doing with your life?
You got nothing going on.
You're not going to church.
If you're listening to this podcast, you definitely
what
ain't going to church.
What, you gonna masturbate? You know what? You can do that and listen to the live stream.
Multitask, people.
It's a challenge.
Multitask.
Yeah.
We'll be talking the whole time.
What are you, a fucking savage? You can't multitask?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, look, bro, it's 2019. You can do anything.
And, I mean, come on. We'll be on there for 6 hours.
Yeah. We're on there.
6 hours to come and just, like, comment.
With your life?
What are you doing?
Why don't you join us and waste your time with us?
All we ask is a little bit of your time. Maybe
just
not the
6
full,
hours.
Not the full 6 hours. Let's not get crazy here.
Well, it's just 6 hours a month.
Yes.
This isn't like... That's all I ask.
We do this for you.
Yeah.
We do this for you people.
Yeah, I don't do this for myself. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't want to play these games. I definitely don't want to watch some of these movies.
I do. I want to watch all of them.
Really? You'd watch Curse of the Headless Horseman again?
Not again, but once.
Well, now we have conversation starters. You know, we have a ton of movies, the shitty movies that under our belt.
Well, this is like half of my activity, my viewing activity. Half of it is this shit.
This isn't half, bro. This is like 80% of what I watch now.
I don't even have like a normal frame of reference anymore.
I don't either.
I just know
like, people ask me about new movies, and I'm like, I don't fucking know, but I watched this terrible movie the other day.
Well, I'm sorry, but I would say this. Anyone asks you watch any good movies lately, you can proudly tell them you watched Black Heat.
And they'll be like, what the fuck is
Black
that?
Heat? You're like, oh, honey.
Go on YouTube and search it. That's
Black
where we watched
Heat,
it, by the way.
1976.
Black Heat, 1976. It's a little hard to find, but you can find it on there.
It is on there. It's for...
It's like the 5th or 6th tab down.
There's a thumbnail of a very... It looks like a bunch of rocks,
like a tiny
but I
car
assure
going
you,
off a cliff.
It is a car going off a cliff because it's Al Adamson.
Yes. So
watch it.
Go watch it and join us on Sunday, please.
Please.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you for supporting the podcast. And I will thank you for subscribing and hitting that bell if you actually fucking do it.
One of you did. Saw one of you subscribe to
We have another subscriber.
We have another new subscriber on YouTube.
I hope whoever you are, you hit the bell so you can talk to us on Sunday.
Or don't.
Or just don't hit the bell. You can just... You know when we're getting on. So just come on.
We've told you like 1 billion times. So unless you have Alzheimer's and you're a fucking old boomer, you should know.
Yes.
But if you don't, Sunday. At 12. Around noon. Mountain time. Mountain time.
Be there.
Or be square.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you, a square?
Maybe.
You a fucking square?
Maybe.
What are you, some kind of wise guy? You a square?
You want to see some boobies?
I would promise you that if you join the live stream, but I mean,
we don't have video, and like it'd be.
I mean, unless there's
no one wants to see these boobies, okay?
Unless there's some accidental boobies in one of these games.
I mean, there could be.
But I can't promise you anything.
Come for potential accidental boobies. Maybe that should be our selling point.
Yeah, one day at one point during one of our 6-hour live streams,
There
may
be boobies.
we don't plan, but there could be, or ass men,
Something.
something.
I mean, you get a lot of ass if you. I mean, if you're looking at it a different way, you know, like asses, and these games are pure ass.
Yeah, no one's gonna say these games are pure tits.
No. But anyway, we all good?
No, but we should fuck off.
Okay. So thank you guys so much for listening. As always, for They Mostly Come Out at Night, this has been Will.
This has been Alex.
And we will talk to you all on Sunday.
Boobies.
Y'all want to see some boobies?
Will. And Sunday.
And Sunday.